Word, son. What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Jay Devon. Now, I want to come at y'all real quick with just I just want to show you guys what an insta-shed looks like when you slow it down and actually look at it in depth. Now, the problem I have with this game is insta-sheds are just incredibly through the roof. What I mean by insta-sheds is basically what you see here. You see a guy blocking him, then you just see him just slide off. He throws him off like he's a rag doll, and it just doesn't matter. You know, what's crazy to me is every time I see an insta-shed, whether I'm getting an insta-shed or it's getting done to me, I can't help but think that, you know, they're giving me that, or I shouldn't, you know, they're giving me the insta-shed, or I'm getting insta-shedded on because of something I did in the game, or DDA, if you will. You know what I mean? But also at the same exact time, you know, how do you take a lineman, 300 plus pound, who can bench half his weight, damn near squat 3 times his weight? How do you take a lineman that positions himself to be able to shield you from the toss, be able, like, you know what I'm saying? I know I'm probably stumbling over my words, but a lineman who is basically taking himself and he's turning himself to the right in the direction of the toss. How do you manage to get him to go from right straight and then just shed off of him with no problem? How is that even a realistic thing? You understand what I'm saying? The only thing I can think of when if an insta-shed quote unquote happens is when a lineman is completely fatigued and you could just throw him around as you please. I'll tell you, he has to be exhausted. You know what I mean? But this happens too much in a drive, way too much. You know what I'm saying? I know a lot of people are going to say, well, if you go to coaching adjustments and just put it on aggressive, you won't have to worry about insta-sheds. But does it really have to get to that point to where we're so sick of insta-sheds we have to put it on aggressive and risk getting a holding call when we get an actual good block, and we having to run it out for 70 or 80 yards and for a touchdown, but it gets called back because of a phantom hold that they only call when it's on aggressive? You understand what I'm saying? Clint Oldenburg is the main guy who's in charge of blocking. He played at tackle, okay? He only played 2 games and got cut. You know what I'm saying? But that's when he's with the Redskins. But how is it that as a person who sees this game and we complain about these insta-sheds, how do you as a football player who played tackle, if I'm not mistaken, that's probably what this guy was here, a tackle, if I'm not mistaken. Correct me in the comment section if I'm wrong. But how do you see this as a realistic thing? You know, I don't care nothing about the bullshit mutt community. I don't care nothing about these guys. You know, stop catering to those guys who can literally give 2 shits about a game, and all they're gonna do is just whine and complain about, oh, there need to be more holding calls. Oh, okay, so we'll counteract that by just giving guys insta-sheds. It's okay. What? Clint, you've played at lineman. How do you see this and think that this is okay? This is complete bullshit. There's no way in hell you're gonna take a lineman who is taking his body and forcing the direction to the right in the same direction of the toss. You're gonna force him to go straight and insta-shed off of him. You're breaking the game trying to make this shit work, and it should not be this way. It shouldn't be this way. And as a person who loves football and grew up playing football, this is fucking disgusting. This is a disappointment to not only people who play Madden, veterans of Madden, so to speak, but people who actually watch football and actually played football. And they play this shit, and it's nothing that, you know, that you do out on the field or you see on Sunday or on Monday or Thursday, whatever day it is a football game comes on. This is bullshit. This is not real football, and I know it's not real football. They're trying to appeal to the competitive crowd. Fuck them. Build the game the way it's supposed to be built, and then we worry about them later. You understand what I'm saying? Too much arcade bullshit. Too much of this shit here. I've seen countless guys get shit like this and get a stop on 4th down. And yeah, my guys will this, that, and the third. Or my guys will just insta-shed left and right. And I'll catch myself saying, yeah, good shit, bro. Knowing damn well that he just shedded off a 300 plus pound lineman and he made a stop or a fumble or whatever the case, whatever the outcome of the play was. I can't say that I did a good job because that was all the game. The game was breaking to give you an insta-shed. And anybody who finds this to be okay is a oblivious, biased fanboy. I can give you examples all day long of what a block should look like. But we'll say that for another video. This is disgusting. Clint, you ought to be ashamed of yourself. Madden 18, we're about to go into 19. Since Madden 25 came to the next gen, which was 2014, we're in 2018 now. We're Madden 18 about to go into 19, and yet you still have not gotten down the logic of a block. You're listening to the wrong community, Clint. The competitive community doesn't give a shit about realistic simulation football. They don't care nothing about that shit. Or as Rex says, realistic simulation football game. They don't care nothing about that shit. They just want cookie cutter ways to ensure that they want shortcuts to ensure that if they're in a pickle, then they have a way of finding a way of how to get themselves out of a jam, or if they need a bailout, so to speak. This is disgusting. You can't take a guy that's going to the right and then straighten him up and then shed off of him like that like he's nothing. What the fuck kind of blocking is that? I mean, side note, I won this game, but now it's gotten to the point where when I win games, I don't feel accomplished enough. I don't feel like that was totally me. I felt like the game helped me in some fashion or form. But let me know what y'all think, man. This is really how I feel about Madden at this point. Like I said in the last video, if you have not bought Madden, don't buy it. Because it's not worth the headache, the stress, the nerves. It's not worth it, man. Give this shit up. Save your money, get Far Cry, get something else. But this shit is just trash. Somebody tell Clint Oldenburg to get on this shit, man. Well, I'm going to get up out of here. It's your boy Jay Divine, and I'm signing out. Peace.